In this video, we are going to be taking a look at a massive storm to stream across the Midwest, bring a bunch of snowfall to the Midwest, also some severe weather for the South. Alright, we're looking at the GFS model right now. This is the precipitation type, so this is pretty much your future radar. As you can see, we are seeing some snow over there in the Northeast, mostly in New York, Maine, and a few other of those New England states are seeing some of that snowfall. Now, as you can see over there in the Northwest, we do have a couple of low pressure systems that are kind of hanging out around that region. We're also seeing some of that snowfall in Idaho, Montana, Washington, and Oregon. Even down there in Colorado, you are seeing a little bit of mountain snow there. We are going to move forward, however, and as you can see, as we move forward throughout the rest of the week, we move into tomorrow, and this is going to be about 3 p.m. tomorrow on Thursday. As you can see, the low pressure forms in Colorado is bringing a bunch of snowfall over there in Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, and Colorado. That slowly moves into Kansas, and you're starting to see a stream of snowfall over there in South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And we're now reaching into portions of Friday. This is going to be around 3 p.m. of Friday, and this is starting to move into the Midwest. We're starting to see a very massive area of rainfall reaching from Illinois all the way down there to Alabama. So the majority of the eastern U.S. will see some of that rainfall throughout the weekend, throughout the start of the weekend. This is going to be Friday at 6 p.m. You're seeing a bunch of snowfall over there in Minnesota, Wisconsin. A lot of the heavy snowfall is more in southeastern Minnesota into more western Wisconsin, and that low pressure is now right over Kansas City on 6 p.m. Friday. You're again seeing a lot of rainfall and possibly some of that severe weather. We'll talk about that in a second, but as you can see, those more heavy rain bands, those are lines of severe thunderstorms. This is going to be overnight of Friday into Saturday, so this is not going to be a very daylight time event, but definitely a severe weather event is going to be likely for the Ohio Valley region into even Mississippi and Louisiana. Could see some of those severe thunderstorms into Saturday morning, and this is going to be 9 a.m. Saturday morning. You're still seeing a little bit of snowfall over there in Wisconsin, now reaching to Michigan. This is going to be around lunchtime on Saturday. As you can see over there in Michigan, you are seeing that heavy snowfall in Michigan for sure. You're seeing that heavy rainfall now moving into more of the eastern United States, New England, all the way down, reaching into the panhandle of Florida. Very massive system once again that's going to be moving into the Midwest, and that should be moving out by early Sunday. Here's our total snowfall amounts. As you can see, let's start off in the western United States. Over there in California, you could potentially see up to 36 inches of snow in those more very high elevations. Even over here, you could see upwards of 30 inches of snow in those mountains. Over here, as you can see, upwards of 60 inches of snow in those mountains for Washington and Oregon. Over here in Idaho, you could see potentially up to around 25 inches of snowfall in more of those higher elevations. Over here, as you can see, more in Nevada, you could see potentially up to 5 inches of snowfall in more of those lower elevations. More of those higher elevations, you could see up to a foot. Over here in Utah, you could potentially see up to 20 inches of snowfall, more of those higher elevations, but likely 3 to 5 inches of snowfall if you were on lower elevations. Finally, in Colorado, you could potentially see upwards of a foot or two of snowfall in those higher elevations, but more of those lower, you could see also around 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. Let's start off in these more plains regions. As you can see, you're going to see upwards of 7 to 9 inches of snowfall over here in southeastern Wyoming. More of those bluish colors, you are going to see around 3 to 5 inches of snowfall streaming across this widespread area. But more of those purples, you're going to see 7 to 10 inches of snowfall. And more of these pinks, you could see upwards of a foot to possibly 17 inches of snowfall over here in Wisconsin. And over here in New England, you could see a little bit of snowfall throughout the rest of today. Most likely either a dusting up to 1 or 2 inches of snowfall. But that winter storm is mainly going to be in the plains region. especially that snow part of the winter storm. But mostly those severe storms and rain and possibly flooding down there in the south will be in this general region throughout this winter storm. And over here in the northeast, could possibly see some strong storms, but mostly rainfall throughout this weekend. Now here's the day 3 categorical outlook. This is the severe thunderstorm outlook by the Storm Prediction Center. And as you can see, we do have a slight risk for severe storms reaching from Louisiana all the way up there to southern Indiana and southern Illinois. This slight risk is a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. So you could see some pretty decently widespread severe storms across this region throughout Friday into early Saturday morning. As you can see, we can look at our probabilistic outlook, and as you can see, we have a 15% chance of seeing severe storms as of right now. I do think this may be upgraded to a enhanced risk, which is a level 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. That is a pretty decent risk, especially for December in this area. Of course, we still see severe weather year-round here because of those winter storms and warmer temperatures in the south. So it's definitely a pretty decent risk, especially in December, but this definitely does happen a few times per winter. I'll probably have another upload coming out Thursday, which is tomorrow, discussing day 2's outlook. So that'll most likely be when they upgrade, if they do. So make sure you do stay tuned for that. That's when I'll come out with a more detailed look on what kind of severe weather we could be expecting. But tornadoes is definitely not out of the question. If you did enjoy the forecast, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another upload or live stream. Share this with any friends or family that may want the latest forecast on this upcoming big storm to target the Midwest and South. But anyways, stay safe.